Hey, what's going on? It's Ninja Nick, and today we're going to learn how to ride a motorcycle, and I'm going to be showing you on my Ninja 400. Let's start out with the controls, going from left to right on the handlebars. So here we have the clutch. We have our high beams, our turn signals, the horn, and now we have the key, the kill switch, the front brake, the throttle, the power button. Now moving down here, we have the shifter, and then moving over here, we have our rear brake. Now that we know what the controls are, let's get on our bike, and we want to get on from the kickstand side. So you want to grab the handlebars, swing that right leg over, you can bring the bike up, straighten out the wheel, and then kick up the kickstand. Now that we're on the bike, let's get it started. So we can turn on the key. Let it go through its cycle. From here, we can hit the kill switch, and then we want to make sure that our bike is in neutral. With the key on, in neutral, kill switch set properly, all we have to do is hit the power button and it'll start right up. The bike is now running, and if we want to start to move, we need to shift into first gear. We do so by pulling in the clutch, leave that held in, and then kick down on the shifter. We successfully kicked down into first gear. Again, keep the clutch held in. If we release it, look what happens. We stall the bike. And if you stall, don't worry, as a beginner, you'll most likely do that quite a few times. In order to get the bike started back up again, you can pull in the clutch because we're in first, and then press power. Now what we need to do is go through what's called the friction zone. As we slowly start to release the clutch, we'll feel the bike start to grab. Slowly release the clutch, you see the bike start to go. In order to get used to the friction zone, what you can do is slowly release that clutch. As you feel it start to grab, pull it back in and rock back. And just keep doing this. This is going to get you comfortable with the friction zone. Now this is a super important tip. As we're going through the friction zone, we're slowly releasing the clutch, and then we also need to give some throttle. Think about it as if you're wringing out a towel. Your hand should look like that. So let's go through the friction zone. Release the clutch slowly, add some throttle, put your feet up. Now we can fully release that clutch, and now we're riding. We're not going very fast, but we're still going. We're in first gear going around 5 miles per hour, so what we need to do to go faster is to roll on the throttle. You just twist that right wrist back. And now we're going faster. Continue to roll on the throttle and get used to the weight of the bike underneath you. You can start to rock back and forth and make some turns. Just make sure when you're turning that you're looking through the turn. Just like so. Alright, so now that we're going faster, we're ready to make our upshifts. So how do you upshift a motorcycle? We'll roll off of the throttle, pull in the clutch, and then kick up on the shifter. After we kick up, we can release that clutch, and then we're up a gear. So from the top, pull in the clutch, kick down into first, go through the friction zone. Now we'll turn around here, and then we'll make our upshift. And this is going to be nice and slow too. So off of throttle, clutch, kick up, release clutch, continue to give throttle. We're up a gear. Nice. So let's say we want to stop. We need to downshift. How do we do that? To downshift a motorcycle, we roll off of the throttle, pull in the clutch, and then kick down on that shifter. Then we can slowly release that clutch. Then we're down a gear. So from the top again, let's go through the friction zone. Let's turn here. We'll make an upshift. Up a gear. Now we're in second gear. Let's turn around here. And then we'll downshift into first. So roll off of the throttle, pull on the clutch, kick down on the shifter, slowly release that clutch. Down a gear. Nice. So now let's make a stop. We're going to use both of our front and rear brake. Ideally 70% up front, 30% on the rear. And just as we're about to stop, we need to pull in the clutch and leave that held in. Again, because the motorcycle will stall if it's not. So let's make our stop. Brakes, clutch. Now we can put our left foot down first and then right. Now we need to release the clutch. We're in first gear. If we do so, it'll stall. So we need to shift into neutral, which is just a half a click up on the shifter. We're in neutral. We can release that clutch. Awesome. Now we're good to turn off the bike. Hit the kill switch and then the key. The bike is now off, and you can get off too. Make sure you kick down that kickstand first. If you don't, you may drop the bike. Turn the handlebars to the left. Lean the bike down on the kickstand. Then you can swing your right leg over, and there you go. Now you know how to ride a motorcycle. 2 fingers down, follow for more.